Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Seduce Me Too, the Demon War with Jackie and Isabel. Where we left off, we were dancing with this random spirit orb. That's what we did most of last episode, is dance with this spirit orb. And I still think it's a trap. I still think we're gonna get murdered by this demon orb. Because, you know, what else?
We got murdered by the demon orb. Then there would be no story.
Maybe it's a story of retribution, and we play as Erik, and we beat everybody up with our tentacles.
No.
Erik's tentacle monster. No. Why not? That'd be cool. I'd play that game. Where Buttercup gets killed and Erik,
but, like Buttercup can't die.
Wrecks people? Buttercup can die. She is mortal.
But, like, that's a bad story element. Anyway, let's continue.
Oh!
Ooh.
Princess? Wait, his voice sounded different.
Maybe he's just gotten to be a better voice actor.
But I liked his voice before.
Well, it's not like his voice before was bad. But, like...
The art style is different, and I kind of like it. I kind of like the art style.
It as well. It's nice. It's very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
The orb gasped and hid behind me as I stopped dancing. I turned quickly to see Erik standing by the doorframe with a confused but tired look on his face.
And he slept in his clothing.
No, I assume that he, like, got dressed.
Why would you get dressed?
I don't know. Maybe he feels like he has to be on point all the time.
Maybe he feels like if he's not always perfectly dressed, one of his brothers will steal his fiancée away.
That's bad self-esteem, Erik. You should work on that.
Erik! My boyfriend.
What are you doing out here, love?
No, it's the same voice, I think.
It is.
Okay, it's just...
I blushed, rubbing my hands together behind my back from embarrassment. I must have looked like a fool dancing in the yard in the middle of the night. I turned my head to look at the orb, but gasped in surprise when I realized it had disappeared.
What? What? Huh?
What's wrong?
There was...
I was beyond lost and confused. What was happening? What had just happened?
It ran away because Erik foiled its plot to murder you.
Dun dun dun. I turned back to Erik to see him walking towards me. I crossed my arms, realizing how cold the night air was, and smiled meekly at Erik.
Did he bring you a blankie?
He better have.
I just wanted to get some fresh air, that's all. No, Buttercup, don't lie. Tell him you saw a ghost orb, and then he'll be like, okay. Well, number one, don't go chasing ghost orbs again, honey, because you're gonna get killed.
While dancing by yourself?
Exactly.
Good voice. It's a good voice.
I stared at Erik, not sure of what he meant. If he was watching, he would have seen the spirit dancing with me.
Let's tell him.
Yeah, tell him.
You didn't see the orb that was dancing with me?
His eyes.
Orb?
Erik raised an eyebrow, obviously not understanding what I meant. Did he really not see it?
Oh shit. It's true, there was a spirit here that looked like an orb, and I was dancing with it, not by myself. I'm not a fucking crazy person, Erik. I was dancing with the orb.
I knew I wasn't making any sense. He didn't seem to believe me. Still, I didn't want to lie to him. He was going to be my husband soon, so we had to trust each other.
Yeah, communication is important, Buttercup.
It is. If my reasons sounded stupid, fine, but at least it was the truth. Erik finally smiled and reached towards me before petting my head. You're pregnant, dear.
Don't you fucking
It's the baby.
Pet my head and patronize me right now.
What if he knows that he's marrying an insane person?
How dare you?
He really did believe me? I wasn't entirely sure if he did, but from the look he gave me, he was willing to accept my answer either way.
Good. Better believe me.
Good. Erik gently reached out and took one of my hands, placing his other hand on my waist. I looked up at him to see his lips curve in a small, playful smirk.
Would you mind if I dance with you then, princess?
Yeah. Aww. Excuse me, I was dancing with someone else. Excuse me.
He just butted in the middle of a song.
Excuse me, that's rude. Rhoda.
My face turned red at the question. Oh my god.
But
I smiled and nodded. I liked dancing with him. I tightened my hand over Erik's, straightening up and leaning against his chest, ready to dance. Never mind. I was thinking of something not pleasant. Okay. Let's go. Erik chuckled softly before leading me into a slow but elegant waltz around the backyard. I felt like I needed to thank the spirit later for giving me yet another wonderful memory with Erik. He led me around the backyard as if we were at a real ball.
Okay, so I just had a theory. I just had a thought about a theory. So my theory right now is that the orb is Erik and Buttercup's future child trying to get her parents to have sex so that she's conceived. And this is her plan. She's like, okay, gotta get mom out and dancing. So dad comes out and dances too. Get the romantic mood going. And then, they can get it on.
I can see validation in that theory because if you think about it,
she did say, no, I don't have a name yet, but I'll get one soon.
Yeah, and also, depending on, what you believe in terms of, souls and spirits, that soul could just be, a wandering, soul that's, trying to, be inside of a body.
Oh.
And, trying to, set them up together. Because, how, demons, get a soul in the womb. So if that soul is just, wandering around as, they conceive a child, that soul can, boom into, the baby.
Oh.
Depending on, what you believe in terms of, souls and shit.
So if that's the case, then that spirit orb is just gonna wait around until they're in the middle of,
Yep. That hanky-panky.
Getting frisky. Okay.
The moon served as a brilliant crystal chandelier, and the wind became our music.
Oh, romantic.
Shitty music, if you ask me. Eventually, however, we had to go back inside and have sex. The night was cold and it was very late, so we had to have sex.
Oh God!
I didn't want the night to end, though.
I didn't think we'd actually
be having sex.
I didn't think we'd actually be having sex. Oh God, oh God.
Watching Erik as we walked up the stairs to the bedroom, my heart began to flutter even more, and a soft heat began to burn inside my core.
Oh God.
My core, Isabel.
That's fanfiction term for...
It's fanfiction term for lady bits. He was not only charming, but he was handsome, and definitely knew what buttons to press to make me feel amazing. In other words, Erik is good at the sex.
Oh God.
It didn't matter that he was an incubus. I really had fallen in love with him and was both romantically and sexually attracted to him. Well, he's an incubus, of course you're sexually attracted to him. Though did I really want to pursue my desires right now? We did just stop dancing.
Listen, when I I didn't think this would really happen. I mean, like, they told us that sex was gonna happen, but I thought it was just a theory. I didn't think they were actually gonna do it right now.
Well, they're gonna do it right now. Whether you like it or not.
Well,
you know, like, everyone wants it to happen.
I can click don't.
But don't.
Oh, so click don't?
No! Stop this madness. I hate you. Don't click don't.
If I have to fucking censor out peen or something, I'm gonna be so upset.
No one wants to see anime peen.
Some people do.
Okay, but, like, not us.
Well,
I don't think that there's gonna be anything.
Okay, alright. You get to read the sex part, so that's fine, whatever. I'm gonna click go for it.
Yay.
And then I'm gonna hide.
The burning in my core wasn't just going to go away.
Oh, God.
I had to satisfy myself.
Oh, God.
As Erik and I approached our room, I quickly pulled his arm and turned him around to face me. Okay, first I thought, like, they were facing each other, and he was, like, turned him around.
I want to do it this way. Buttercup pulling out the strap-on. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate of me.
What?
Hey man, I could see Erik as being an open person.
He's startled by our advances. What?
Before he could finish his sentence, I jumped up and wrapped my arms and legs around him, kissing him passionately. Instinctively, he circled his arms around me to support me, but he stared in shock at my eagerness.
Hey Jackie, it's the sexy music from the first game.
How could you even, like, tell that?
Because I can hear it? Because I have ears and a memory?
Okay, but, like, I can't remember stuff like this.
Okay, well... whatever.
Within seconds, he melted into the kiss and panted against my lips, making me moan and reply at the sound. He tightened his grip around me as he walked backwards towards the bed. When his legs hit the side of the mattress, he sat down and allowed his hands to roam my back. Sexy. I pulled away from the kiss ever so slowly, enjoying every moment that I was still connected to his lips before letting out a small sigh. I was pretty sure I had made myself clear, but I gave him a softly spoken demand. Ooh, Buttercup is into that! Bam! Tell your man what to do. Oh. That's not a demand!
Yeah, that's not really making yourself any more clear than a kiss would. I don't want to go to bed yet, because I want to fuck.
Erik stared up at me before licking his lips and slowly running his hand under my shirt and up my back. Tingles shot up my spine as his fingers ran over my bare skin, a shuddering moan escaping my lips.
I don't think people moan that much.
As my princess commands.
That's not a command! Okay. I felt Erik gently lift my shirt up, and I lifted my arms for him to fully remove it from my body before he tossed it to the side. The cool air hitting my skin made me shudder as Erik pulled me back in for another heated kiss.
Is this gonna get, like, age restricted?
They're just kissing.
Shirtless kissing.
If they, like, talk about, like, the peen going in, then we can, like, cut it out.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Like, kissing's fine, and the touching's fine, but, like, once, like, there's anything, like...
Explicit.
Okay.
Like,
there's a line between, like, this and, like, smut.
Yeah.
Damn his hands for memorizing my body. Damn him! He knew what spots to caress, making me buck my hips against his and tighten my hold on him. When I felt his smirk against my mouth, I softly bit onto his lower lip, telling him silently not to play with me. Ooh.
Look at my face right now, Jackie.
I felt the warm sensation of his enthrallment invade my body. Enthrallment, Isabel.
Mm-hmm.
Causing me to cuddle closer against his chest and softly grind my hips against his indeed. His enthrallment was part of our foreplay, adding 10 times more pleasure to our sex.
Can...
I knew that he poured every ounce of his love for me into our lovemaking. That's very innuendo-y. Every time we had sex was just another confession of true love between us. It wasn't just to feed hunger and desire. It became one of many ways we showed our love to each other.
That's a very responsible opinion about sex, Buttercup.
Yep. It was only a benefit that he was an incubus, a natural master of sex. Every touch made me tremble, and every kiss on my skin made me swoon and melt in his arms. He knew how to make me moan, how to make me crave him, how to make me shiver with ecstasy. I had been surprised to learn how I was his first and his only with how talented he was.
Erik was a virgin.
No!
Yes.
What about that, like, in, like, the flashback scene?
He just kissed her. Listen, Erik was a virgin. This is the proof.
Okay, like, that's fine. But, like, okay.
I don't think most people are masters at it when they first... Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I would assume so. Soon it wasn't just my shirt that was removed from my body. Every article of clothing he and I wore ended up scattered throughout the room. But you're like in one spot.
You know, just toss it around. Bra here, pants over there.
But then you just gotta clean it up tomorrow.
Or don't. Who cares? Don't clean it up.
Unnoticed and uncared for. Obviously uncared for. The only thing we cared about was each other and the pleasure we gave each other in our bed.
Your dancing is great.
It makes me feel better.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
We made sweet and passionate love, rocking to the rhythm of our hearts and our desire for each other. Every moan I made, he matched it in kind. Every breath I took, Erik found a way to make it heavier and hotter.
No.
What was wrong with that one?
The first sentence. I think we need to take out that last section.
Yeah.
So you guys aren't gonna see that, but it was sex. You know how it goes.
Yeah. It was just that one part, though.
Yeah, just that one part, I think.
Just that one part. When we both pecked. Am I pronouncing that right?
Apexed?
What?
I think the more common term is climaxed.
Well, yes, but like I don't know how to pronounce
Apexed?
Apexed?
Yeah. I guess.
Why don't you just use climax? It was a blissful and fiery ride towards a peaceful and loving wave washing over both of our bodies.
Oh my.
Why don't you just say that you both came? There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, after that last one.
Lost in my pleasure, I could only cuddle into Erik's arms as he wrapped them around me, and pulled me against his chest. His feather-like kisses peppered over my forehead, making me smile. Did they, like, do it at the same time? Isn't that, like, that completely uncommon?
I don't know. I think that's... I don't know.
Good night, my princess.
Like, that's super uncommon.
I love you.
Eric's talking, Jackie. Shut up. I think it seems like it would be uncommon, but, you know, he's an incubi. Maybe he had, you know.
Okay.
I love you too, Erik.
I could only close my eyes and relish the warmth Erik gave me as I let my mind escape into dreamland.
Oh, God. We should probably end it here. It's been 20 minutes.
Just probably. I think we got so distracted.
We did.
Obviously.
Oh, God. Okay.
To my surprise, the child didn't return. I was a bit saddened, but I didn't let my thoughts linger on it any longer. I had a peaceful dream with Erik wrapped around me all through the remainder of the night. And with that, we should end this episode because it's been a really long time.
It's very exciting.
And I hope you enjoyed yourself with that sexy, sexy time with us.
God.
Having me read it, because I know that that's super sexy. Having me read it to you guys.
It's better than me reading it. Oh my God.
This is why I'm the inner voice.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to read the sexy scenes.
Exactly. So, this has been another episode of Seduce Me to the Demon War with Jackie and Isabel, and we'll catch you next time.